Hey guys, Ivan here at ivanmana.com. In this video, I want to show you how to promote Digistore24 products on Google Ads. I know some of you don't have a ClickBank account or can't get one. Some of you don't have a Max Bounty account. And so Digistore24 is kind of the next easiest affiliate network to get into. And so I wanted to make a video to just show you how to promote these products step by step. Even if you guys are a complete beginner, if you follow my process, you should be able to start making money online. All you have to do is follow the process and you will start seeing results. Again, even if you're a complete beginner, I started myself 5 years ago completely from scratch. I started using this method and I started making money online as well. And so that's what I want to show you how to do in this video. Before I get into it, guys, make sure to hit like and subscribe. Hit the notification bell icon so you get notified when I release more videos just like this, teaching you how to make money online. That said, let's get straight into it. So there are 3 things we have to do to start making money online with Digistore24. The first thing is, of course, we have to select our product. So head over to Digistore24.com, create an account if you haven't already, and you should see a page that looks something like this. So what we're going to do is simply head over into Marketplace. And from here, we can select any product. So we can sort by category if you want to do it that way, or you can just scroll down. Generally, my rule of thumb is I like to select weight loss products that pay out over $100 in commission. So Medicor would fit this criteria. If you scroll down, Steel Bite Pro is a health-related product. This is for the teeth. So this also pays out over 100. So this is good. So you can take a look. Now, what I'm about to show you here, the method works for anything. So you can promote whatever product you like, but just as my rule of thumb, I do prefer something that pays out over $100 in commission. So let's suppose there's a lot of products. Let's suppose we want to promote, let's say, this product, Tube Mastery. So let's see what this is. So we're going to go ahead and open the page and let's take a look. I believe it's for YouTube Mastery, basically teaches you how to create, YouTube Mastery. Okay, so let's suppose we want to promote this product as an example. So this is going to be our affiliate link, all right? So we cannot just take people straight to this link with Google Ads. You do need to create some sort of bridge page or landing page in between. And so that's the next step. That's step number 2 is we have to create a landing page. You guys can use whatever builder you want. I personally use Unbounce. I have been using them for the past 2 or 3 years now. I switched from ClickFunnels and I'm not disappointed. I absolutely love this builder. Very easy to use. If you guys want a special offer and if you want to follow along with me, just head over to go.ivanmana.com/unbounce. And I give you not only a 14-day free trial, but also 20% off for your first 3 months after the trial, up to a year. So you get a nice 20% discount that you cannot get just by going to unbounce.com. So definitely take advantage if you want to follow along with me here. But what we're going to do here is let's close out of that. Let's close out of here. So once you're in Unbounce or whatever landing page builder you're using, the next thing we have to do is create a landing page. So what I'm going to do is click on Create New, and then we're going to select a template. I do have a video, I'll link it in the description, where I show you how to create a high converting landing page, almost a 53% conversion rate landing page, completely from scratch. So that should teach you all the tools of this page builder. But for the purpose of, this video, for simplicity, we're just going to go and select a template. So for this product, YouTube, let's suppose we want to do this one as an example. So we can say Tube Mastery, and then we'll say Digistore, and then we'll say start with this template. And now what we're going to do is go in and edit this and make it look good, right? So this builder is super easy to use. If you want to delete some elements like this one, you just click backspace or delete, or click the delete button over here. Maybe we want to delete this number, and then you just play around with it and you add the elements you want. So let's take a look at this page again and let's see. So maybe we want to follow the template and we want to add a headline here at the top and then a little image below, right? So this can be our headline. So let's say how I run 9 different profitable YouTube channels and make 6 figures from them. So we can just go ahead and copy this. Let's come back here and you want to paste this as plain text and then we're going to expand it. And then instead of saying how I run, instead of just copying the headline, we can change it up a little bit, make up something, but just for simplicity, we can say, want to learn how to run profitable YouTube channels and make 6 figures from them. All right. And then when somebody clicks the button, they'll be redirected to this page where it says how I run 9 different profitable channels. All right. So something like this. As you can see, it's even the same exact font as this. So this looks good. So let's do one more thing. Let's maybe add an image. So we're gonna move this a little bit down. Maybe we can delete this. And then let's add an image over here. So we're gonna go ahead and drag an image. What you could also do, by the way, is you can change this background image as well, but this one, it's all white, right? So I want to kind of maintain consistency, and because the background here is white, I want the background here to be white as well. But this is up to you. You can change it up. Unbounce makes everything super easy. So what I'm going to do here is for background, I'm just going to select solid color, and we're going to leave it at white. And then of course we have to change the text color here to black. There you go. And maybe we want to make it a little bit smaller and not as bold. So maybe 36, so this looks good. I like that. And we can add some kind of image. So what you can do is you can maybe copy this image, add it here, or you can just add your own. Sometimes there might be copyright issues, like affiliate vendors don't allow you to use their images, which is fine. Just come up with your own then. So what you can do is you can go to Unbounce Public Images or Unsplash Images, and Unbounce has an awesome integration with Unsplash, which are free images. So you could say, computer mastery or something like that. For the purpose of, again, just this video, we'll keep things simple. But what you can do is obviously go around and find, your perfect image. So let's suppose we want to take this one, someone working at a computer. Imagine that that's YouTube. So let's imagine we want this image. We're going to add it here. And then the coolest thing I like about Unbounce, reason why I switched actually, is because you can easily edit the image and you can put anything, like you can put any element anywhere, unlike say ClickFunnels where you can only put them in blocks. So I really like that part of it. What you could also do is, like, this image is a little bit narrower. So what you can do is over here we can edit mask, and we can just kind of maybe do it like this. So we can make the image a little bit narrower, not as big. So maybe something like this, and we can click done, right? And now that's going to be our image. And there you go. And then we can actually make the top here black as well. So we can go here, we can go into color, we can say black, and now all of that is black. So it really looks just like this page, right? You can also add maybe your own logo. Again, there might be copyright issues if you just take their logo and use it, but you can come up with your own logo like YouTube Professionals, or here you can even drag this and you can just say, you can say YouTube Mastery. Boom. There's our quote unquote title of our landing page, right? So we can do that. We can drag it, and let's imagine this is like our little logo. And maybe we can italicize it, and maybe make this bold, boom, right? So now this looks like our own logo. It looks professional, but we didn't steal it, so we won't have any problems. So I'm going to use the arrow keys here to drag this down a little bit. Boom, right? And actually maybe give it a little bit more space here. All these little small things that add up. Looks good. That looks good. Looks quite similar to this. It is actually bolded there, so we're going to bold it here too. And there is less line spacing, so we can remove that. There you go. So it looks very, very similar here. And then we have to add a button, right? So here's our button. It actually looks very similar. It's also red, so that's awesome. We can maybe even make it a little bit more red. So you can come over here. And you can also do kind of gradients. You can make different colors at the top or at the bottom, but we're not going to do that. We'll just say solid color, and we're going to have a solid reddish color, something like that, right? That looks good. It's all white. And then over here we can say, click here to learn more. And then that should be okay. And we can change the size here, maybe like this. We can bold it. There you go, right? So it looks really, really similar to this. The text here is even bigger, so maybe we can get 28 like that, and actually we can probably expand it a little bit. Boom. Okay, so this is a template, right? This is generally the idea. You want a headline, maybe a subheadline, you want an image or a video, and you want a button, right? So that's kind of your template. Even though this page might not look perfect, as ideal as you would like, this is the idea. So you would have to go in there and work on it and just add more elements. So for example, over here, right, obviously hand-sewn or sawn quality doesn't really work. So you would want to change this up and fit it according to your product, to your, this one, YouTube Mastery product in this case. So maybe we want to add different components of what does this product include. You can then scroll down and add testimonials. So replace this stuff with actual testimonials. Maybe change this image over here, right? So things like that, work on this. I don't want to spend an hour just building a landing page because I already have a video on that. But hopefully this gives you an idea for what you want to do, right? So you want to create this page. You can also include an email opt-in if you want. That's totally fine. But the main thing is we want to take people to this affiliate offer. So what you want to do is on this button, this was our offer. We're going to copy it. We're going to come back here and we're going to paste this on our button, right? Go to URL. Here's the go to URL. We're going to paste it here and boom. So now whenever somebody goes to this page, we'll be sending traffic to this page. When they'll be clicking on this link, they will be taken to our offer. And when they buy, when they click to enroll, if they buy, we will get a commission, right? We're going to get our $200 or so, right? So super awesome stuff. And now that we have, okay, so we have saved this. We can close out of that. Let's go back into overview. And this is our page URL. So we're going to go ahead and publish. You can also change that URL if you want to get your own custom domain, which I do suggest. I will link a video to that in the description showing you exactly how to make your own custom domain. So you don't have to use something like this. But for the purpose of this video, this is our page. Okay. So if you go over here, congratulations, you have successfully created your landing page. Again, obviously you want to go in there, change these things up, make it more relevant to what you're doing. But if you, for example, click here to learn more, you'll be taken to this page, which is the affiliate offer. And that's how you'll be sending traffic to this offer and making money. All right. So now that step 2 is done, we have one more thing we have to do, guys, and that is actually promote our product on Google Ads. So the first thing you obviously have to do is head over to ads.google.com, create an account if you haven't already, and you should see something that looks like this. So what we're going to do is we're going to be promoting our website. So in your main dashboard, click on campaigns and click on the little plus sign. We're going to click on new campaign and we're just going to fill in the blanks. We'll just start entering our URL, our campaign name, all that. So we're going to start with website traffic. We're going to go with search and we're going to enter our URL. So we're going to copy link address. We're going to come back here and we're going to paste it here. By the way, if you guys want more details on how to create profitable Google ad campaigns from start to finish, and you have questions about every single part, like what does this mean? What does this mean? What does this mean? You know, all the different Google ad options. I do teach you step by step how to create campaigns in my Google Ads training course at ivanmana.com/all-courses, where I go through every single thing of creating a Google Ads campaign and what all these different options mean. Okay. Make it super, super easy for you. But that said, let's just fill in all the necessary important stuff here. So we'll say here Tube Mastery for the campaign name. We entered the URL. We're going to click continue. We're going to start new. Those are some old campaigns. And they did change the layout a little bit, but the process is still the same. We're going to start with a budget, with the bidding, you know, all that stuff. So for the budget, we can say $20 a day. The more you spend, the faster you're going to get the data. So there's no minimum or maximum you should spend, but just keep in mind that the less you spend, the longer it's going to take you to get the data. So totally up to you. When I first started, I begun my campaigns with $20 a day budget, some even $10 a day. All right. So that's acceptable. That's fine. But any less than that, I think is too little. It's just going to take you way too long to get the data. So next thing you want to do, if you don't have conversion tracking set up yet, which you probably don't if you're just starting completely from scratch, you want to go here and actually change the bid strategy and go into manual CPC so you can manually set the cost per click. You also want to get rid of that. I will, again, also link a video in the description showing you how to set up conversion tracking, which is going to allow Google to be a little smarter and to find people that are more likely to help you convert. All right. So I'll link a link to that video in the description, but for now we can keep going. More settings. We don't need to worry about that. And over here, this is up to you if you want to include Google search partners. So like askjeeves.com, for example, if you want to show your ads there, or if you want to show it only on Google, you would deselect it. So that's if you want to show it only on google.com. I would also suggest that you remove the Google Display Network. These are a collection of Google partnered websites, not like search websites, but websites like NHL.com, just as an example. So your ads can show up on this website, NHL.com. So if you're more conservative with your budget and you want to kind of have the most relevant traffic, I do suggest that you turn this off because we only want to focus on search traffic, which is the most relevant traffic there is. For location, this depends on your product location. So what do they allow? Generally, if they allow everything, then I do usually start with the tier 1 countries. So that's US, United States, Canada, all that. I'm not going to type all of them in, but yeah. So generally tier 1 countries, Canada, US, Australia, New Zealand, United Kingdom. These are the 5 that I usually start off with all the time. Languages, we're going to leave at English. We're going to click next. And now this is where we have to add our keywords. So keywords is what triggers your ads to show up. So if your keyword is, let's suppose, YouTube mastery, and somebody types in, how do I become a YouTube master or something, and it matches the keyword, your ads are going to show up, right? So that's what we want. So we want to come up with a list of relevant keywords. So for example, we can say YouTube mastery, how to be good at YouTube. Now, one thing I do suggest you do is you guys head over into the keyword planner. So just click over there and you can get some ideas. I do, again, have a video where I show you how to do that and how to use that. I will link it in the description. But what you want to do is get some more ideas for good, relevant keywords. What do you think people are going to be typing in? So you could either think about it and write it out, or you can use the keyword planner so Google can help you get some ideas. So we can add some more keywords to this, something that we think will make sense. So over here, even we could say, let's say YouTube mastery, and let's see what ideas Google can give us. Yeah, so Project Life Mastery YouTube. So that's probably not it because that's an actual YouTube channel. Matt Parr course, Alcohol Mastery. No, that's not it. Yeah, so Tube Mastery, that's brand bidding, so you have to watch out if that's allowed. YouTube Mastery course, YouTube Mastery course free, Guitar Mastery, so that's probably not it. That's probably not it, right? So you want to go through this. So like YouTube Mastery, that's fine. Mastery YouTube, that's fine. YouTube Channel Mastery, that's fine. YouTube, yeah. So these are okay. So YouTube Mastery course, YouTube Mastery. So you can use these for brand bidding. I'm going to take it out of here just because this should be in a separate ad group if you do decide to do it. But let's say we want to focus on just YouTube Mastery, right? So that's going to be our group name. It's going to say YouTube Mastery. And so these are the keywords we're going to focus on. We're going to create ads tailored around these keywords. You can also set a bid. So how much are you willing to spend per click? So I normally start low and then I would increase it as I see how many clicks and impressions I'm getting. So you can just leave it like this. I'm going to show you how to change this to phrase and exact match keywords later on after we publish. But for the time being, just add whatever keywords you have right here, and that's fine. So next we have to add our ads. Now, sometimes you might see an option to create text ads. It's going to say here, switch to text ads. If you have that option, great. I would do it. I'm not a fan of responsive search ads. It seems like that's what they're trying to get us to do. But I'm going to show you how to create standard text ads out of responsive search ads anyway, because you get more control with standard text ads as you would with as compared with responsive ads. So we have to write headlines, we have to write descriptions, and yeah, if you have any tracking templates over here, you would add it there. So we can write headline 1 here. So what I like to do in headline 1 is add the name of the keyword. So in this case, the topic of the keyword is YouTube Mastery. So we can simply say YouTube Mastery course. Quite simple. And then what you would also do now, because you want to make sure that this is in the very top of your headline, like this is headline 1. So what you would do is click this little pin and say show only in position 1. And this will make sure that this here headline only shows up in position 1, because you don't want it to show up, say, in position 3, which might or might not show up, right? So for headline 2, I like to include a call to action. So for example, learn more now, watch video now. So you could say get started now, for example. And this one we want to make sure is in position 2. So we're going to do that. So here, as you can see, we're basically creating search ads. So Google's not allowing us to do it. They're removing that option. It sucks, but we're getting around that. Now for headline 3, this is optional. Headline 3 doesn't always show up, but if it does, and sometimes if I do write it, I like to kind of describe this. So money back guarantee, 100% all natural. So things like that. So you would go in here, you would take a look at the product and see if you can find something that describes it. So for example, 24/7 lifetime access. So we can just do that. So we can say that. So we can say 24/7 lifetime access. So something that describes your product. That's what I like to do here. We're going to say we want to make sure that's in position 3. Then for description, we just want to describe this a little bit. So actually, let's go back to this page and let's see if we can copy some information here. Teaches how to grow from complete scratch. So we can copy this and we can paste this here in description 1. And obviously this is too big. So we can say, instead of all that, we can say learn how to start. And then I like to title case all these. Learn how to start, grow, And instead of doing that, we're going to use ampersand to get a little bit more attention. And monetize a hyper, maybe remove hyper, let's just say a profitable YouTube channel. And here I'm just title casing all of these because it looks more professional. I like it better that way from scratch. So something like this, and we can make sure that this is in position 1 again. And then position 2, it is optional, so we're going to leave it as is. And this is really all we need. Now it says ad strength is poor because Google wants you to add more variations, to add more tests. However, if you are tight on budget, guys, this isn't a good idea to add many more variations because then every single one of them will probably not see the light of day. So you'll see each variation only getting like 1 click. And that's really not enough data for you to be able to see how profitable and how successful, a combination of these variations are. So if you're low on budget, if you're spending $10, $20 a day, I wouldn't go with too many options. Maybe do one split test. So maybe create another version of headline 1. So maybe instead of YouTube Mastery Course, you say YouTube Mastery Training or something like that, and then also pin it to option 1. So for example, here I'm going to Control C to copy it. I'm going to paste this here, and instead of course, I'm going to say training. And then I'm also going to pin this to 1. So now these two are going to be split test, and we'll be able to tell which one's better. But don't do too many because if your budget is tight, you just won't see any relevant enough data to be able to make decisions. So that's not going to matter. So this is our ad. Congratulations. It looks good on, here it is on mobile. Here it is on desktop. And you can see the 2 variations. See how this changes? YouTube Mastery Training, YouTube Mastery Course, right? So these are the only 2 variations you'll be running right now, which is what I, again, suggest if you are tight on budget. So we're good here. We're going to click done. We're just going to go over. Everything looks good. Ideally, again, you want to A, use the keyword planner tool to get some keyword ideas, and B, you want to add more relevant ad groups, right? So maybe this one's for YouTube Mastery Course. Another one is another ad group you might have for how to be good at YouTube, for example. And you can have keywords saying how to be good at YouTube. So things like that. But this all looks good, so we're going to say next. We're not going to add any extensions. I do cover this in my course as well, in my Google Ads comprehensive training course. Again, ivanmana.com/all-courses, but we're going to click next. And this one is red, probably because it says that we're not going to get enough traffic. Let's see what the issue is here. Not enough assets. Okay, so in this case, it does force us to add a second option. So let's go back here. Yeah, so with search ads, you don't have to add a second description, but with these ads, you do. So no tech skills or previous business experience required. So let's say that. Let's say no tech skills or previous business experience required. And then we're going to pin this to option 2. All right, and then that should look good now. Yeah, so that's good. And we're going to go next. Okay, so if it says here no traffic expected, you do have to quote unquote fix it. So what you can do is either increase the bid or just add more keywords until there is some traffic. So what you can do is add a very broad keyword like YouTube, for example, get clicks here, and then you can just remove that keyword if you think it's irrelevant, right? So we can go next, assuming you already have necessary relevant keywords and your bid is high enough. Assuming you have that and you're confident in what you're doing, then just add some random broad keyword just to pass through, just to publish the campaign, and then you can go back and delete it. So we're going to publish campaign here, and now it's going to go under review. And let's close out of this. Okay, so here's our campaign. You'll see the ads over here. It's pending review. You'll see the ad groups. You'll see the keywords over here, everything you can change. So here, this one, we can just remove this YouTube keyword because it's irrelevant. It's too broad for us. And then I also told you that I would show you how to change your keywords from broad to phrase or exact. So broad keywords means that as long as somebody types anything in remotely similar to your keyword, your ads are going to show up, which will leave room for some irrelevant keywords to show up, right? So for example, if your keyword here is YouTube Ads Mastery and someone types in, what is YouTube? I would like to see some ads. So your ads will probably show up for this, even though that's not really what the keyword is about. So if you want to be more conservative on your budget and you want to make sure that every single word shows up in the search term for your ad to show up, what you can do is change it from broad to phrase or exact. So phrase means there could be other words, but these words have to be in the search term for your ads to show up. Exact means that these words are the only words that have to be in the search term for your ads to show up. If there are any other words like, hey, YouTube Ads Mastery, your ads will not show up. Whereas if it's under phrase, if someone types in, hey, YouTube Ads Mastery, then your ads will show up, okay? So what you can do if you want to be more conservative on budget, click on edit, click on change match types, change all match types, and then we're going to say that we want to change them to phrase, all right? And we're going to go ahead and apply. And now all of these are going to be phrase. So it's just going to give you more relevant traffic. And so that's that, okay? So you can go in there, you can change your ad over here by clicking this little pencil icon. You can change the campaign, change the bid, and that is it, guys. This is the process for promoting your Digistore24 products on Google Ads. You can do this with any product. Although if you are promoting healthcare products, you do have to add more information. So on this page that we created, I would add even more information. So not only this, I would add testimonials, I would add what it is about, I would add maybe ingredients, components, all that. Add as much information as possible if you are promoting healthcare products. But that said, if you guys enjoyed this content, definitely take a look at my course at ivanmana.com/all-courses. It's a complete 9-hour step-by-step comprehensive course teaching you exactly step-by-step how to make money online with ClickBank and Google Ads and Microsoft Ads. Also, feel free to get my free guide, my 55 free affiliate marketing guide teaching you how to get started and how to potentially start making money today at ivanmana.com. Again, completely free guide. That said, thank you guys for watching this video. I hope it was helpful, and I will see you in the next one.